Can you imagine being kin to a legendary historical figure known worldwide? It's like having an ancestral spotlight that never dims. From the enigmatic offspring of the iconic Marlon Brando to the lesser-known family ties of Stalin and even Hitler. Join us as we reveal secrets and surprises that lie within these fascinating bloodlines. Jean-Marie Loret. Let's start off with the mind-boggling tale of Jean-Marie Loret. Remember the infamous Adolf Hitler? Well, it turns out there's a French railway worker named Jean-Marie Loret who claims to be his illegitimate son. Cue the gasps. That's right. Now, you might be wondering if there's a twisted mix of DNA responsible for Hitler's evil. It's a chilling thought, right? While some historians have supported Loret's claim, we can't verify it without a DNA sample from the man himself. So, are there more Hitlers out there waiting to take over the world? It's the stuff of nightmares. Let's hope the world learned its lesson the first time, and we won't have to deal with Hitler 2.0. Paloma Picasso. The famous Pablo Picasso was an artist maestro who transformed the world of painting. But have you heard about his equally talented daughter, Paloma Picasso? This French and Spanish fashion designer isn't just following in her father's footsteps. She's created her own vibrant path. Paloma is not only renowned for her incredible Tiffany & Company jewelry designs, but she's also a perfumer extraordinaire. It's like artistry runs in her blood. Did you know that Picasso actually featured Paloma in some of his paintings? She's a true muse. And here's a fun fact. Paloma's obsession with color knows no bounds, especially when it comes to rocking her signature bright red lipstick. It's become her stylish calling card. Maybe she should use that lipstick to create a masterpiece, Picasso style. Meghan Markle. The press can't get enough of Meghan Markle lately. People love to speculate and say she's criticized because she's not from noble blood. But guess what? They're wrong. Meghan has some seriously impressive relatives up in her family tree. She's not just related to Winston Churchill, the British wartime prime minister. She's also got a connection to William Shakespeare, the genius wordsmith. Thanks to her mother, Doria Ragland, Meghan can proudly claim to be Shakespeare's distant cousin and Churchill's not-so-distant relative. It may be a vague connection, but hey, it's there. So the next time someone doubts Meghan's royal pedigree, just remind them that the Duchess of Sussex has a knack for charming both the stage and the history books. Una Chaplin. The legendary Charlie Chaplin was a genius behind the silent screen. Well, his great-granddaughter, Una Chaplin, is carrying on the family tradition in the acting world. You might remember her as the fierce Talisa Stark from the Game of Thrones. But Una's journey started with a bow dancing in Spain and honoring her craft in drama school in Scotland. Now, being related to one of the world's most famous people is impressive, right? But hold on to your popcorn. She's also connected to the renowned American playwright Eugene O'Neill. Talk about a star-studded lineage. Let's just pretend that last season of Game of Thrones didn't happen, shall we? If you thought Grace Kelly was the epitome of beauty in the 1950s, wait till you catch a glimpse of her stunning granddaughter, Camille Gottlieb. This young lady is the spitting image of her iconic grandma. If you put their pictures side by side, you'd be convinced they're long-lost twins. Living the fabulous life in Monaco with her mom, Princess Stephanie, and her siblings, Camille has that Hollywood allure running through her veins. While she could easily take Tinseltown by storm, she's happily soaking up the high life in Monaco. With those genes, who knows what incredible adventures await this modern-day princess. Queen Beyoncé. Bow down, because Queen Bey has a connection to actual royalty. Beyoncé Knowles, the powerhouse diva, and Queen Elizabeth II of England are distant cousins. It may sound like a plot from one of her chart-topping songs, but it's true. These ladies share a family tree. They're 25th cousins once removed, tracing their ancestry all the way back to the mighty King Henry II. While Beyoncé and her hubby Jay-Z have conquered the music industry with their millions, their royal ties add an unexpected twist. We can't help but wonder if Queen Elizabeth secretly dances to Crazy in Love when nobody's watching. Prince Jean-Christophe Napoleon. Ever wonder what it'd be like to have a famous relative? You know, the kind that brings you in lots of dough and puts you in the spotlight. Well, meet Prince Jean-Christophe Napoleon, a direct descendant of the legendary French emperor. Not only does he have the riches, but he's got the spirit of adventure too. When his fiancée's engagement ring got swiped in Paris, he didn't just sit back and call the cops. Oh no. This clever prince turned into a detective overnight. He tracked down the thief by sleuthing through credit card activity, uncovering sushi feast and fancy hotel stays. Then he called the police, and boom! They nabbed the culprit and returned the $1 million ring. Talk about strategic thinking fit for a royal. Danielle Riley Keough. You know all about the iconic Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, yeah. Well, get ready to meet his super talented granddaughter, Danielle Riley Keough. Born on May 29, 1989, this gal isn't just any ordinary actress. She's got the Presley blood running through her veins. You might remember her from the sizzling film Magic Mike, alongside Channing Tatum, or her Golden Globe-nominated performance in The Girlfriend Experience, which is a TV show about escorts. Acting runs in the family too. Elvis himself rocked the silver screen, and Danielle's grandma, Priscilla Presley, stole the show in the Naked Gun films. She even married a stuntman who worked on Mad Max Fury Road. Talk about keeping it wild in the family. Charisse Evans. We all know Joseph Stalin, the notorious mass murderer who struck fear into hearts everywhere. But guess what? His granddaughter, Olga Evans, has flipped the script and embarked on a surprising adventure. Instead of following in her grandfather's footsteps, she's running an antique shop in none other than Portland, Oregon. Yeah, you heard that right. This Buddhist punk rock loving gal goes by the name Charisse Evans, and she rocks the antique scene in America. It's like a real-life plot twist. And hey, have you ever noticed how similar her Americanized name sounds to Chris Evans, the actor who played Captain America? Life's full of bizarre coincidences, right? Kate Middleton. Who would have thought that the future Duchess of Cambridge had some American blood in her veins? Kate Middleton, alongside her impressive royal lineage, has a few surprising connections across the pond. Turns out, she's distantly related to George Washington, the first U.S. president who fought tooth and nail for independence from the British royals. Kate and Washington are 8th cousins 7 times removed. So, who knows? You might be closer to the future Queen of England than you think. Brando's kids. Lights, camera, drama. Marlon Brando, the iconic actor of
The Godfather,
and On the Waterfront, had a lineage that took an unexpected turn. His children found themselves caught up in a tragic story that unfolded in the shadows. Enter Brando's daughter, Cheyenne, who faced a tumultuous journey. Resentment towards her father, a Jeep crash, a broken jaw. Her life took a dark turn. Then came the heartbreaking twist, and her partner's alleged abuse, her brother's involvement, and a fateful gun altercation. The aftermath led to prison time, and tragically, Cheyenne's untimely end. The truth remains a mystery, buried with her. Life's not always a Hollywood fairy tale, that's for sure. Alessandra Mussolini. Politics and the name Mussolini don't usually mix well, but let's not judge a book by its controversial cover. Enter Alessandra Mussolini, a feisty and outspoken former actress with an intriguing family background. Despite her grandfather's historical baggage, Alessandra dipped her toes into the political arena. She's had her fair share of successes and controversies, from supporting socialist causes to triggering parliamentary drama. But hey, everyone has their twists and turns, right? This Italian firecracker might not have found her way back into the European Parliament, but we can't wait to see what new adventures she'll tackle next. Camille Gottlieb, Allison Lee Borges Allendale. Now, prepare to be intrigued by the story of Allison Lee Borges Allendale, the granddaughter of French actor Alain Delon and the secret daughter in the spotlight. Born in Paris in 1986, Allison is undeniably stunning. She graced the pages of Vogue and Vanity Fair, but she was kept a secret for the longest time. Referred to as the secret daughter, Allison's beauty remained hidden from her own family. Finally, at the age of 11, she met her parental grandparents and was embraced as part of the clan. Thomas Martin Einstein. We've all marveled at the brilliance of Albert Einstein, the genius behind the theory of general relativity. But did you know his greatness lives on through his great-grandson, Thomas Martin Einstein? This science-savvy individual has followed in his famous ancestor's footsteps. While Albert revolutionized the world with his theories, Thomas, an anesthetist and physician, has saved countless lives. Talk about a family legacy. People have always wondered if there's something extraordinary in the Einstein DNA that makes them super smart. With Thomas and his siblings as the last torchbearers, the mystery continues. Matthew Freud. Sigmund Freud's name rings a bell, doesn't it? The pioneer of psychoanalysis left an indelible mark on the world, because we've got the lowdown on his great-grandson, Matthew Freud. This guy has taken the Freud legacy and turned it into a roller coaster of scandals and success. Matthew's a business mogul, heading up Freud Communications, a powerhouse in PR, marketing, and journalism. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing for him. There was a love child surprise in 2012, and he even got caught speeding in his Ferrari at a mind-boggling 117 miles per hour. Looks like he can use some therapy of his own. Tony Castro. Remember Fidel Castro, the controversial figure who stirred up the 20th century? His grandson, Tony Castro, is giving tradition a rebellious twist. Unlike his father's communist ideals, Tony's living the high life of luxury and commercialism. From Spain to Panama, this adventurer has sparked outrage with his jet-setting ways, all allegedly funded by public finances. When he returns to Cuba, there might be a few angry folks waiting to give him a piece of their mind. So, Tony, you might want to keep that passport handy and stay on the move. Are you related to any famous people? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and tick that little bell